After paddling the Lettman Machette 65 for an entire season, I wanted to share with you my thoughts. This will be an in-depth review. I will be reviewing my thoughts on the Machette 85 in another episode. Here are the stats for the Machette 65. As you can see, at 80 kgs, my body weight, I am on the upper end of the scale. However, this is why I wanted this boat. I wanted an ultra playful half slice, and I definitely found it. River running. This boat is very nimble, and you will feel this right away. I love the hull design of this boat. It glides over waves and holes while maintaining speed. This boat is surprisingly fast for its size. It can pivot on its stern and change direction instantly. When looking at the hull of this boat, you'll notice it's not flat, it's almost V. This boat likes to be tilted slightly on its side. While you paddle, you'll notice that the bow darts side to side, waiting for your input. I would not consider this boat to be super stable, as it needs a paddler who will steer the ship, so to speak. This boat needs lots of input. And with input, it responds so well and will do anything you want it to do. And if you are giving it the proper input, it is stable. So it's not passively stable, I guess is what I should be saying. This boat definitely has its limits as far as the difficulty of whitewater. It can hold its own on Class 3 Plus and low Class 4. It's very capable for its size, and with an ultra playful half slice, what more could you ask for? I was very impressed in how this boat handled the upper section of the Clearwater. This was probably the biggest water I had the Machette 65 on, and there were no issues for me. Here is Horizon Line on the Lower Elk in Fernie, BC. And it's such a good example of how this boat will glide over holes. And it's not very bothered by boils either, because its edges aren't hard, they're soft, so they're not easily grabbed. These soft edges are incredibly responsive yet forgiving when it comes to surfing waves. I like to use the analogy of snowboarding in powder and how the edges on this boat have some give to them, so you can really carve it hard and not get this overreaction. The current doesn't grab this boat like it does a boat with hard edges, and it makes this boat extremely smooth on waves. On Skookumchuck, I found the rocker of this boat somewhat restricted its speed. The speed of the wave would raise the bow up more out of the water, so there was less boat in contact with the current, and it would slow it down. I'm not sure if this was good or bad, or somewhere in the middle. The bow never purled, however, throwing a move such as a blunt usually resulted in me getting flushed off this wave. I also noticed that it was harder to get that bounce. Despite this though, the boat felt very responsive and in control on the wave, and I felt very loose and was never grabbed. And this was some very, very strong current. Hole surfing in the Lettman 65 is a lot of fun. The more I play in holes, the more I learn about what this boat is actually capable of. Because the edges aren't grabbed, the boat is super loose and easy to spin. This boat is very forgiving in a hole, and I was able to get it to loop by carving the nose into the green water and getting that pop that is needed. What can I say? I love a boat that makes me dizzy. Being able to tailie into a hole, do flat spins, and tailie out. I don't know if you could ask for much more fun than that. I have paddled many half slices, and none of them have come close to how well the Machette 65 performs tailies. It is so well balanced and very easy to initiate and control. This boat actually taught me how to perfect this move. So to conclude this video, I'll give you the goods and the bads. Let's start with the goods. The outfitting is very comfortable. I especially like thigh braces. This boat is very playful without sacrificing speed. It is the best tailie boat I've ever paddled, by far, and it is nimble and responsive. The bads? The rocker slows this boat down on big waves. I think that could restrict you on what you want to do for wave moves. And the playfulness will restrict the difficulty of rapids you can run. However, this is subjective as there's a vast range of skill, experience, and comfort with each kayaker. So I'm basing this off of my own skill, experience, and comfort, and use that as your reference. If you liked this video, you may indicate that by liking the video, and subscribe if you want to see more of my content. I enjoy making this content and hope you find it helpful, and will continue to make it as it's my passion.